Dominic Cummings, Barnard Castle. 12 months ago, Prime Minister's aides partying and Prime Minister himself. By the way, who knows how many Christmas parties? 1, 2, 3. Prime Minister himself hosting a quiz night. Everybody's breaking the rules that you set for the rest of us. So let me repeat what I said to one of your cabinet colleagues earlier on this year. Why, when you tell us to show restraint, to be part of this national endeavour, should we pay the blindest bit of attention to you guys?
So the first to say on that is that actually the nation has been brilliant at following the guidelines. Brilliant.
That was before they knew what you guys had been up to.
All the time. Even yesterday, people were queuing up at vaccination sites, walk-in sites, or booking their booster jab. That's a great thing, and I am grateful to people doing that, and we thank them for that. On parties, the Cabinet Secretary has an investigation, and his investigation can take him anywhere to look at all parties. I have to say to you, you just mentioned the quiz night and that picture today. What do we see in that picture? We see a Prime Minister on a virtual quiz night for 10 to 15 minutes to thank his staff, who, by the way, had no choice but to come in every single day. Let me just finish this point, right? Sitting in his office with the two people who are closest working with him, no alcohol on the table, not drinking, right? On a Zoom call or a Teams call, on virtual call, respecting the lockdown rules. Many people would have had similar Zoom quiz nights around the country.
Yeah, and they would have been nicked for it. If I had done it, I would be in monster trouble.
But because you went on a virtual...
Why does he get to do it?
Because you went on a virtual...
he was sitting next to two people within social distancing.
They are in his office. They work with him.
And that was work, was it?
No, hold on a second. When all I'm saying to you is the Cabinet Secretary is going to investigate everything. But that picture, in many ways, I've had emails from constituents because the hype around parties that was going on in the last week and the week before, right, made it sound sort of completely different. And actually, I think people will look at that picture today, and the Daily Mirror has been leading the way on this, and will think, hold on a second, he's on a virtual call, no alcohol, thanking his staff for 10 minutes before he goes back to his work. Is that really a
Let's not get too stuck
crime?
on the one photograph. Let us remember how this issue started over the last 2 weeks. It started with the allegation that there were parties and several days of the Prime Minister and other government spokespeople saying, oh, no, there were no parties. That's the problem, isn't it? It's not that, oh, something might have happened, that could have happened in any office. It was that when the government was asked, did this happen, we were told point blank, they didn't happen until you've had to admit they did happen. In your own department, you fessed up straight away.
So let me talk about my department and then talk about your question. On your question, the Prime Minister said, to the best of his knowledge, there were no parties. He didn't attend any parties. He also said that the rules were followed, and you saw that in the picture today. It's a virtual Zoom call, not anything else. And I think the nation will understand that now, because the hype around it was these parties, where people were mixing and lots of drinks were flowing, is not there.